TheWhoThatDaily.com. That's right, TheWhoThatDaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, and even the top flight boxing news. So if you're a Who That and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, TheWhoThatDaily.com is your site. TheWhoThatDaily.com for the sport Who That in all of us.
Thank you for making Saints Central your black and gold home for the New Orleans Saints.
Who that say they gonna beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gonna beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gonna beat them Saints? Who that?
Yeah. Well, all right. Like you always say, welcome, welcome, welcome. Number one sports talking D. We ain't like the Falcons, we won't blow the lead. Look, all we talk is who that, who got cut and who back. Rookies in the vets, players you should look at. It's the sports coma, you don't wanna miss it. Got the pre-game, party, post-game statistics. Get a visit from Sway, maybe DC or 5. It's the hottest thing smoking, Big Q and the guys. Go to YouTube Live, make sure you subscribe. Interviews inside the Saints locker room high. Talk to Drew, Jordan, Zach, Peyton, New Orleans, Who That Nation. Best believe when I say we bleed gold and black. Ain't a miracle or rivalry could ever hold us back. No, Beastquake, Bounty Gate, let the truth be told. It's the sports coma, all we know is say Super Bowl. Yeah.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys on the PRO Media Network.
Who that to the black and gold family, man. We in this thing. Sports Coma Monday style. TSC Saints Falcons Monday reaction. And we in the building. Much love to the great Saint Think Tank. I appreciate you guys for being in the live stream as we bring in guests in the show. Our homeboy, man, from another mother in the building, my dog. In Atlanta, a super family member, Big Low Kuntry is in the building. What's up, Big Low? How you doing, my brother?
What in the world, Bo? What's going on with you, man? I'm sorry. I was up there. I was looking up, boy. I was just looking at the Falcons rising up there, Bo. What in the world?
Hey, hold up. See, bro, that's the thing, bro. Let me tell you something. See, the Saints collect a check, bro, to get a check afterwards, bro. But see, we the ones left on the hook. Hop, they do some splaining, bro. They got their check, they paid. They ain't worrying about nothing. We got to do the explaining. But big ups to the fam. Appreciate y'all for joining us. Please hit the like button as our dog Big Low Kuntry's in the building representing the Atlanta family members, man, in this one. And listen, bro, in this one, man, Low, Atlanta, bro, they hung around in that thing, bro, and made it happen, bro. Tell me what you thought about the game, Low.
Well, first of all, the bars that you spit originally, Q, welcome. Sports talking D. We ain't like the Falcons. We don't blow the lead. I be doggone, bro. What in the world, Q? We sure don't blew that thing, bro. We blew the lead like a runny nose, Q.
No, we got to reverse that thing. We blew the lead. We blew the lead on that one, Low.
Hey, man. Hey, look. First of all, it's like we were saying before the game. It was a very, very entertaining game, bro. Very, very entertaining game. Both teams made a lot of mistakes. We couldn't run the ball at all against y'all, and that was exactly what we were saying whenever we talked. I think what was that last Wednesday. But the big thing, Q, there were three things that lost the game for y'all. Number one, which I had like 8 drop passes.
Yes.
What in the world, Bo?
What in the world?
Number two, the penalties.
Yes.
But the biggest thing, Q, why in the world did Sean Payton stop running that ball up the middle? $9 a carry, Q. Like it wasn't nothing. Why in the world did he start running that ball up the middle? Y'all eating us alive. Like,
he does that, bro. He clicks into his mind sometimes, bro. That's why I be trying to caution people from calling him, blowing his head up with the genius talk, man. We chill with all that, bro. You know, we need to have that discipline to stick to what works, and he didn't, but you know, he did fire it up and get the lead. We just couldn't hold it for a minute, Lo.
hey man, hey, it was one of the best Falcons Saints games I've seen in a long time. Because
Yeah, I had fun watching it.
yeah,
bro.
I definitely did. I was in here with y'all listening to it while I was watching it. That made it even more fun, to be completely honest with you. You know, because it's like we was up 24-6. I was telling everybody, because everybody like, good game, Big Low. I was like, it's not over. It's not over with yet. But man, and then we went into that soft coverage. You know, when y'all came back, went 24-13, like it wasn't nothing. And then, moving forward, we just went into, it's kind of like I said on my show, Q. Have you ever went though? If Walmart closed at 11 o'clock, have you ever tried to go at 10:45? They shut down. Ain't nobody doing nothing else. That's the Falcons. You know, we shut that thing down early, Bo. And we think that we finna get a win, and we up by a couple of touchdowns. Next thing you know, we just playing soft, and y'all took advantage of that, man. But that was a really, really good game. Really, really good game.
Yeah, I enjoyed it myself, Lo. The watch parties are absolutely fun, man. I love the watch parties. I love meeting the family members coming there, having fun, and calling the game. And we had Mozzie in there on the last stream with us doing his thing, and he a lot of people wasn't used to his style of commentary, but
Mozzie going off.
Mozzie was hanging tough, bro. He was hanging tough. But yeah, 27-25 Falcons get the win. Saints fall to 5-3. The Falcons climb to 4-4. With the win over the Saints. Saints did, however, through all of the drop balls, penalties, and the ridiculousness, did go nuclear in the fourth and put up 22 points to take the lead by 2, but could not hold the fourth as the defense surrendered a 64 or 65-yard. I don't even much want to care to even get it correct, but it just surrendered a huge throw downfield, which it with a single high safety, and I that's all kind of ways wrong. You would know never to do that. I can't understand why we were in that coverage. That was totally just brain neutral, in my opinion, for them to been in that. That should be prevent defense the entire whole way, and we dropped the ball on that one.
Yeah, I was so surprised because whenever we had a minute left, I said I figured that y'all were gonna run cover 3 or y'all were gonna run quarters. And for everybody out there that don't know what I mean, whenever I say quarters, that means that your DBs are all covering 1/4 of the field. So most of the time, your outside cornerbacks, they'll be covering, the outside quarters of the field, and your safeties will be covering the inside quarters of the field. And if you have some guys in the slot, they might come through, play like a hook zone to take anything underneath. But I thought that's what was going to happen. But whenever I seen that single high safety, I said, okay, they're going to drop somebody back. Nobody dropped back. And I was like, uh-oh. And Matt, he didn't. There wasn't a doubt in his mind. He went ahead and took the shot. Yeah, he took the shot. Like, he knew what he was going to do before he hiked the ball. And I was so surprised that y'all took that course of action in that situation.
Yeah, Lo, it was very, it was surprising to say the least, because really it was a tease. We did all that to fight back, and then to surrender it on the brain. A dumb play like that, which is totally ridiculous, man. It's fundamental football. Well, I'm not going to get too far into it, but I think the person they need to be talking to is Dennis Allen. I know Coach Payton is going to shade and protect Dennis Allen. That's his boy. I would love to hear what Dennis Allen's thought processes on why he went that way. But regardless or not, credit to the Falcons, man. The Falcons could have lost the game. Could have said, you know what, the Saints came back. We couldn't stop them. They scored on us. We lost the momentum. Hell not. The Falcons went down fighting. They went back and took the game and went on the way down. They didn't crumble. The Falcons stood up and they won the game and they took it from. But that was one, like I said, I was like, man, the Saints are coming back. The defense was playing well enough to make the stops, and they got in there and took the lead. Couldn't hold it. That's the difference between you got to play 50, you got to play 60 minutes of football, though, not 59. I said that in the last show.
Hey, bro, 2-3, y'all forced 2 3 and outs, 2 sacks back to back. It's like, I mean, y'all look, that defense really woke up. And I feel like that could be attributed to both teams. You know, I feel like we made some bad decisions, and I feel like y'all made some great decisions, and it's the other way around. We made some bad decisions. I mean, we made some great decisions, and y'all made some bad decisions. I feel like the game could have went either way, to be completely honest with you. Shouts out to Coach. Family member, Mr. Johnson in here, Mr. Travis Johnson. I know you know football, Bo. I'm sorry. I'm just a coach. I'm just used to explaining things, man. I'm sorry, man. I ain't trying to insult the intelligence family. My bad, Bo. My bad.
Big ups to the fam in the building. Much love to the great Saint Think Tank family members and everybody involved, man. I appreciate y'all being here as we got our homeboy Big Low from Big Low Kuntry representing in here, covering, looking at it from the Falcons side, man. And Low is in the building, man, with this one. And like I said, Low, you feeling pretty good. This was a good win for Atlanta, man. This was a good win for Atlanta because coming off the Carolina game, people thinking Atlanta had a shot in that one, 200 yards allowed in the rushing performance. They bounced back and get a win against my beloved Saints, and we have to keep on the marching and moving. So that's a congrats win to you on that, my friend. Talk about that, bro.
Man, well, I mean, you know, so with that win, it actually put us in the playoff race. I think we're currently right now we're in the seventh playoff spot. So, you know, if we would have lost, it would have took us, you know, way far back, and you know, it would have been tough to crawl back from that. But the thing is, Q, to be completely honest with you, it's like I just enjoy this rivalry altogether. So it's like everybody's excited talking about the, you know, getting a chance to make the playoffs, and we pull back up to 500. But just the fact that, you know, we had a chance to chop it up with the Saints family, and you know, actually had a chance to play. This is the best time of the year, y'all. We don't got to worry about being too hot. We ain't got to worry about being too cold, and we get a chance to play our rivals, the Saints. So I mean, this is the greatest time of the year. So that's what I was the most excited about in this particular case, man. Definitely.
Yeah, it's intriguing, Lo. I mean, as I got the standings up on screen right here, you can see right there, according to the standings, it puts Atlanta right behind the Saints in terms of the NFC South standings. If you look at it from that standpoint, this ain't the playoff look standpoint. It's just overall standings look. As you see Arizona at the top there, and Green Bay and the rest of the guys. But Saints the only 5-3 team in the NFC South, and of course the only 500 team right now is the Falcons, and really 4-5. So y'all leapfrogged Rashad and Dave's Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we got them. We got them. We should have won that game the week before, but hey, you know, if was a fifth, Q, you know what they say. Did any of the old folks down in Louisiana ever say that if was a fifth, we'd all be drunk?
Yeah.
Because that's definitely the case, man. You know, we should have beat Carolina, should have beat Washington, but hey, that's just how it is sometimes, bro. You know, it's all love. There's still a lot of football left. That's the beautiful thing.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah, there's tons of football, Lou, to be honest with you on that one, man. Dealing with it. Let me see if I get some questions from Lou. You up for some questions from the chat, my brother?
Yeah, definitely, fam.
All right, let's get some questions from the chat here. If you got any questions for my dog, Big Low, and me, please feel free to throw them in the chat. We'll take a few questions from the family members on this one. Like I said, my dog Big Low in the building representing Atlanta. Atlanta, listen, a lot of family members don't like the fact that Atlanta won this game, but listen, they earned it. Not earned, they earned it. They got this game, man. They won it. We had this game in our possession, and we didn't want it bad enough to defend a 64-long deep pass when we know it was coming with five wide receivers and Matty Icy hot back there in the shotgun. Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles, Clarence Carter, all of them seen that coming, Low. All of them seeing that coming, bro.
Hey, sometimes coaches get too cute, man.
That's right. And we got a coach right here that just like to put on the makeup and all that, bro. Boy, he gets cute. But anyway, let's see. Family members chime in. Let's see. We got one. He says from here from live, love, and live life, live, laugh, and love. I always get that mixed up. How do you feel about going against Dallas, Lo?
Ah, man, to be honest with you, bro, it's kind of like I was saying. I really have the same. I have the same theory going against teams who played not as bad the week before. So Dallas, they had a terrible game last week. It's going to be tough for us going up against Dallas because, Dak Prescott, he's going to have to feel like he has to come back and prove himself. We all know how good that Dallas running game is. That Dallas running game is legit. So with that being said, I know that Mike McCarthy, if he sees blood in the water, he tastes blood in the water, like he's going to keep on going at it. Like he ain't finna pull back from that running game. You got Zeke back there and you got Tony Pollard. It's going to be tough for us. I'm just going to be completely honest with you. Hopefully we could get turnovers. If we can get some turnovers, then that'll make a huge difference because I don't know if you know this, Q, but we've only got 2 interceptions this season and they're from the same player. That one player's only had those 2 interceptions. No, that's Hawkins, Jalen Hawkins.
Hawkins.
He's the backup safety, and he's the only guy that had interceptions. Yeah, Jalen Hawkins. Yeah, so
then the backup safety leading the team with interceptions. Yeah, that's not good, though.
Yeah, I know it.
They got to pick it up, bro. They got to pick it up. All right, we got another one here. Oh, come on, Fly Trey. Come on, Fly Trey, man. I just put it up there. I ain't even look at it, man.
No, I love it. I love it, man.
All right, okay. All right, he asking the man, since your team cannot win the Super Bowl with the Falcons, since your team, the man said, cannot win the Super Bowl, will the Falcons be a better team if they move them to the UK? Since the Jags play better over there. Damn, Fly Trey, good grief.
Well, I'll put it to you like this.
How you answer that, Lo?
Hey, you just got to do it the way you do life. You got to answer it with love. So, I'm going to put it to you like this right here, Fly Trey. I'm going to give you the facts. First of all, the Atlanta Falcons just built this brand new stadium, beautiful stadium, rated the best stadium in the NFL as far as fan experience. We just built it, like 3 years ago, 3-4 years ago. The Falcons aren't going anywhere. So, I mean, with that being said, I just want to let you know something. I know that we hadn't won a Super Bowl, but it's kind of like with LeBron and having hair. You can't have everything. In Atlanta, we got all these beautiful women. We got the money, great infrastructure and great economy, cheap housing and everything. We ain't got a Super Bowl, but, it's coming. It's coming.
Hoodie, thank you, Hoodie, for your super chat, my man. Appreciate you there. Hoodie said, what are some pieces you think y'all are missing to make a big playoff run? Also, was you mad about the Falcons letting go of Julio? Thank you, Hoodie.
Well, and I don't know if y'all watched the show me and Q did together. First of all, I like to relate real life situations to songs. And, with that Julio, Q started laughing. With that Julio Jones situation, I had to apply Fantasia to that. If you don't want me, go ahead and free yourself.
Pull Fantasia out of there.
I had to pull
Sunshine Anderson, Vivian Green. He break. Man, Angie Stone, he threw Angie Stone in there too. And now, man, Lo, you something else, man. You got Fantasia. You got to go ahead and free yourself. All right, Lo.
Coach Rhoda said, I got to sing it like Fantasia. So go ahead and free yourself.
Oh, Lo, you crazy, bro. You crazy.
But I mean, that Julio Jones situation, he didn't want to be here anymore. You can't be mad at somebody for not wanting to be here anymore. We can't have unreciprocated relationship. Like, we want you to be here if you only want to be here. Like, we ain't finna try to force you to stay. So, yeah, I mean, I wasn't upset. You know, I'm going to miss him, but, you know, it be like that sometimes.
Yeah, he said, what pieces you think you need there, Low, for the playoff run, bro? What you think y'all missing?
I mean, as far as making that playoff run, I think it's the same issue that we done had throughout the whole Drew Brees and Matt Ryan era. We hadn't been able to get to the quarterback ever since Jonathan Abraham. We need some help on the defensive line and some people who could get home, get to the quarterback. That's the most important thing, in my opinion. That's why we hadn't been getting interceptions, because we hadn't been getting to the quarterback. Also, you know, Calvin Ridley's gone. Julio Jones is gone. We need a wide receiver. we need somebody. As a matter of fact, I've been, you know, I had to go out to the field and I was warming up a little bit to see if I could try out for the Falcons. Running some deep sixes, but yeah, you know, I think those are two of the biggest pieces. And man, I don't know if y'all seen this. Y'all probably used to seeing it because y'all's run defense is so good. But Mike Davis, oh my God, that boy is slow as molasses in the wintertime. Like he can't get around corners, he can't get past people. We need a running back, you know. I've been doing my scouting. I'm really, you know.
Don't y'all have Wayne Gallman? Gallman's not getting any reps. Don't y'all have Gallman there?
They're not putting him in the game.
Gallman's not bad.
He's really, I mean, compared to Mike Davis, I think he's the better back, but he's not getting any reps, man. I don't know what's going on. You know, I don't know if Mike Davis knows a secret about the coach or something or what.
There's always one or two of them going on, Lo. Let me tell you something. It's always that going on, bro. But you mentioned Ridley, though, bro. That's a perfect segue there, Lo, to what Slim's saying. Slim, thank you for your question. He says, what's the status on Calvin Ridley? I know the mental health is a serious topic. What's the latest, Lo, you hearing on Calvin Ridley, man?
Man, from what I'm hearing, to be completely honest with you, people are saying don't even expect him to be back this season.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean,
is it
I
that
don't
bad, Lo? What's going on? And
I've heard different rumors. One rumor I heard, someone said that we were shopping him at the trade deadline.
Mm-hmm.
I also heard that, you know, he had some family members that were sick. A family member that was sick with cancer. Yeah. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but you know, it's one of those things, man, where, you know, at the end of the day, we got to remember, y'all, that this is a game, you know, and, you know, we definitely want to make sure that we take that young brother's mental health into consideration. So, if he's able to come back, you know, we'll definitely welcome him with open arms, but we don't want to force it, you know.
Yeah, that's well said, Lo, and you're right. And I wish the same sentiment to that, brother, because it's a lot of them guys go. That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah,
you know, to get to be young and have, you know, and run into millions, and you come from an impoverished background. Not saying Kelvin is one of those guys, but you do have that factor and all of the stuff that comes with it, and then all the other stuff that's around it. So it could be quite cumbersome, you know, from what they're dealing with that we don't even think about.
Yeah.
Travis says, do you think y'all win a championship with Matt, who I call affectionately Matty Icy Hot? Do you think you're gonna win it?
Hey, man, you know, and that whole Matty Icy Hot thing, see, I think I see where you got that from, Q. I think you got that from because, you know, he's cold, but he can burn you at the same time. That's all I'm saying, Q.
You know what? I'm gonna tell the truth, Lo. I call him Matty Icy Hot because I got that from last year. Because I said, man, Matty Ice gonna need some Matty Icy Hot after Cam Jordan put all them sacks on him that year. He sacked them four times in one game, and the Saints beat him up pretty bad. You know, in that game, I said he gonna need some Icy Hot. But that's a tough guy there. That Matt Ryan's a tough quarterback.
Yeah,
but what you think about him winning the championship with him? You need some more pieces, don't you, Lo?
I mean, yeah, we do. But I mean, as far as like him being a quarterback that could do it. I mean, if you think about it, he had the championship for like 3.5 quarters in 2016. You know, he just the team just couldn't pull it out. You know, I think we're up by 25 points. I don't think you can really blame Matt Ryan in that situation because Matt Ryan, he wasn't rushing the quarterback or trying to claw tight ends or guard wide receivers. Matt Ryan didn't give up those 25 points, and essentially those 34 points were the Patriots to win. He had the best quarterback rating in Super Bowl history. I feel like he's capable of winning a Super Bowl, but I also feel like the circumstances create the opportunities. Because if you look at Tom Brady, I mean, I think we were talking about this, Q. You look at Tom Brady, he's not the most talented quarterback, but he's just in the perfect situation. I mean, if you look at those teams that he had in New England, they didn't have star wide receivers, but they were just built very good. Same thing in Tampa Bay. Like, they were just very well built teams. So, and I say this all the time, I equate quarterbacks to life. If it's one of those situations where you were born to an impoverished family, it's a lot harder for you to be successful. You have to jump through a few more hurdles to be successful, opposed to someone who has a trust fund for $1 million. It's the same thing with quarterbacks in the NFL. If you're on the team where your defense can't stop anybody, that makes it that much more harder for you. If you're on the team that you have a bad offensive line, that makes it that much more harder for you. So I think Matt Ryan's capable of doing it, but I don't think he's just been in the Falcons just haven't been good enough overall as a team.
Right. Well, that's the thing too. You're right. We definitely got to do a better job of fixing that thing. We definitely got to do that, bro. Of coming back at you guys when we face you the next time around, Lou. I mean, and that's at the end of the year. I want to say the final game of the season is we got to go up to the Mercedes-Benz Dome there and take care of business against Atlanta. A lot of people, including myself, thought that the Saints should be able to win the game. As you can see, this is actually the playoffs right here. Right here with Arizona at the top, then it's Green Bay, Tampa Bay, Dallas, Los Angeles there at the 5th spot, Saints, and look at the Falcons. Falcons and climbed in there at the 7th spot right there in the playoff race right here. So, yeah, it's getting thick there, Lo. It's getting thick. It's still plenty of time to play, bro. Still plenty of time.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. It's going to be crazy because that last game, it's going to be on New Year's Day, bro. So I'm pretty sure that's going to be, and I'm hoping, Q, I'm legitimately hoping that it's not going to be one of those cases where one of us aren't going to make it if one of us lose. If it's one of those situations where if we're not going to make the playoffs, I want to be out of contention before we play, y'all. That's too much stress on me, bro. I can't do it.
It might come down to that, though, Lo. I mean, you never know, bro. I mean, a lot of people think if Tampa could take a stumble, if anything. And if that's the case, the Saints have had their fair bumps and bruises, man, and and collapses. That's very concerning from a defensive perspective. The Giants matchup, it just total implosion on the back end of the game to let the Giants score those touchdowns quickly and then take the game in overtime. And then remember, they marched down the field and scored on the Saints. They didn't kick no field goal. They went down there and scored a touchdown on the Saints defense. And then, of course, the defense then lays an egg on the back end of the contest. All they had to do was defend for 1 minute, for 41 seconds. People was telling me, Q, they had too much time on the clock. I said, less than a minute?
Hey, bro.
And they starting from their own 25-yard line and have to march all the way down the field. And you mean to tell me that's not enough? That's too much time. Oh no, that's no, absolutely not for the Saints. We that was bad. That was poorish play calling. But I'm seeing stuff. Offense struggle at time. Now the defense had an opportunity to shut the door on 2 games. They did it with Tampa Bay. Couldn't do it with Atlanta. Couldn't do it with the Giants. Very concerning, man, going into the season. It's great. We are good when we're really good, but boy, we have some mental flubs that really just hurt us bad, man. It's just so just crazy at times. But yeah, we got to get some revenge on you at the end of the year, there, bro.
But Q, bro, like, come on, bro. Like, let's look at this for real, though, bro. It's not that y'all offense wasn't showing up. It was one of those cases where
Atlanta was playing defense.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm not even saying Atlanta was playing defense. Your offense was playing well. It's one of those situations where y'all just dropped the passes. Like you can't say the offense, guys were getting open. It wasn't a situation where guys wasn't getting open. Y'all were running the ball.
You're right. That low, bro, you preaching to the choir on the run the game, bro. I'm the guy that been yelling for years against the Who Dat Nation family. I had to run through a blockade of Who Dat people standing up there say, you can't criticize Coach Payton like he Jesus or somebody. I'm like, this is the coach of the football team. Last time I checked, we play the coach. We pay him. We pay the team, and they get the money from you, and they pay these guys. So I question them if I damn want to, and you need to start questioning them too when you have these crazy calls and all this kind of old nonsense. But we knew running the ball was the key to the whole damn thing. We talked about that in the preview stream. We used the basis of the Carolina-Atlanta game a week before when Carolina ran for 200 plus yards, bro, against the Atlanta defense. They just didn't mimic the plan. And of course, when Atlanta got up points wise, Saints had to abandon a lot of the running attack to try to catch up. But you're right. But that's part of preparation that on that low. You know that, bro. You're a coach. You know, if a guy go up into the game, bro, and he dropping passes, blowing assignments, bro, you know, those guys as a collective didn't come to play.
Exactly. I definitely see what you're saying, Q. But all I'm saying is, you can't say that your offense struggled. Like Trevor Siemian, he was throwing some dimes. But
I got you on that.
Yeah, but I will say this: I started getting nervous whenever Taysom Hill came out through the 2 shots. I was like, oh man, is this going to be an Alabama UGA kind of situation where they just bring Taysom Hill in and just start burning the draws off? But he hooked him. He took him back out, and that's whenever that fumble recovery happened.
Yeah, it's a part of that, bro. You're right. I mean, the drop passes and all that stuff. And like I was telling the family members, that my perception is we overcame that. Why? Because we took the lead. All the drop passes, you know what I'm saying, Lo? You're a football man. All the drop passes, all of the turnovers, the penalties, the calls, the bad or the good ones that was against us. We overcame that. We overcame all of that. 3 quarters of terrible offensive play and took the lead in the 4th quarter, only to not hold the lead. So to a degree, we climbed the mountain, though. And you know what happened when we got up to the mountain? We fell off the other side and rolled all the way down to the base. So I mean, we got to step up next time. We got to hold the fort, man. Better defensive wise is the bottom line, bro. That's how I go.
Now there was something I did want to speak to you about, Q.
Yeah, go ahead, brother. Lo.
Now, one thing I want to speak to you about was, I think the Mario Davis in coverage. How do you feel about him and Quan Alexander in coverage?
Quan got abused this game by Patterson. The wheel route.
Yeah.
That was the bread and butter that kept Atlanta in this game.
Yeah.
It helped them, the wheel route. Saints could not defend the wheel route today. Sunday. The Patterson was able to roll out. And we got a player similar to Patterson, not as athletically gifted as Patterson and Ty Montgomery. But Patterson is a guy that really did his thing. Not to take away from Russell Gage, my LSU guy, Russell Gage, who did his best Calvin Ridley impersonation that he could in the matchup. He was pretty good in keeping them on time and keeping them in the game so they can have a chance. But Patterson was special, man. Patterson was special. And Quan Alexander had a difficult time defending that wheel route, bro.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're right. And we had issues with that, and that we couldn't pin that down. Matter of fact, Patterson, he was wounding the Saints defense pretty much all game long. They didn't have an answer for him, bro.
Yeah.
Then he killed him on the back end to set up the field goal to Younghoe Koo. So I mean, the Patterson was the key in this thing. Besides Matty Icy doing his thing and Gage catching passes to keep the offense on time. So Kyle Pitts did some things too. He dropped a touchdown a ball that should have been a touchdown early on. That was a touchdown.
Man, bro, man. And
but that brings us to Hooded though, right to Hooded there, Lo. is thank you, Hoodie, for your super chat, bro. He says thoughts on Kyle Pitts rookie season thus far, Lo. What you think, bro?
Yeah, I'm sorry,
Thank
Q,
you,
if you don't mind, Q, can I do it for the super chat? If you don't mind,
take it. Go ahead on, Lo.
Okay, all right, I appreciate that. Hey, Hoodie Jew, much love to you, Bo. That's that. Dun dun dun. That's a Superman chat.
Oh Lord, you crazy.
That's a Superman chat.
Oh Lord, I ain't gonna ask you how you came up there, bro. You just imagined it, bro. I just gotta give you that one, bro.
Hey, I don't know, man, but yeah, as far as Kyle Pitts though, man, to be completely honest with you, Q, I didn't want him. Whenever the draft was here, I wanted to trade down. I wanted Patrick Surtain. I knew that we weren't going to be able to get a pass rusher like in those top 10 picks. So I wanted to trade down in that situation. Now, we got him. Everybody calls him the unicorn because, once in a lifetime talent, generational player. I don't call him that. My nickname for him is kind of weird.
Kyle Armpit?
Huh?
Kyle Armpits? Is that what you gonna say?
No, it ain't Kyle Armpits. So my nickname for him, since his name is Kyle, I call him KY Jelly. Because he's slippery off the line. He's slippery off the line. So, but yeah, to be honest with you, like there have been some games where I've legitimately said, and I thought this was going to be one of those situations. Whenever he came out that first half, he had like 70-something yards. I said, "Oh man, Kyle Pitts, he might go off." But so far, and I don't know, and this kind of goes back to that previous question. I have not missed Julio. I have not missed Julio because we've had Kyle Pitts. Like the first thing is that he's been healthy the whole season. He's been healthy the whole season, so we hadn't been in a situation where we said, "Man, we just need that one guy that can make a play." I mean that's Kyle Pitts. I mean, he's basically Julio 2.0. He just lines up in line sometimes. 6'6", 245, runs for 4.340.
That's scary, bro.
Yeah, man. You can't.
That kid that kid puts that together. That's major problems for the entire league if he ever puts that together. I don't know if it's Matty Icy how throwing him the passes. I think Matty Icy got like a couple years left on his contract or something like low. Fontenot might be looking at getting his own guy there with Arthur Smith. So it might he might not see that right now. But man, that dude ever puts it together, man. That is going to be really special watching him as well. All right, Coach Roney, there she go. What's up, Coach Roney? How you doing? She said, shout out to Big Q, Dada, and Trey. I love the Saints family, enjoying it every time I'm in this room. Well, much love to my dog, Big Low, and Coach Roney in the building. Appreciate you with the super chat. Much love.
My fire.
Dun, dun, dun. Go ahead, Lo.
Coach Roney, thank you so much for supporting, Big Q's channel, Sports Coma. Dun dun dun. That's a Superman chat.
All right, Lo. I ain't gonna ask you how you came up with that, bro. That's pretty funny, bro. That's funny. The Hoodie thank you, Hoodie says who he thinks the best player on each side, offense and defense for your squad there, Lo.
Man, offense and defense. So on defensive side, this year, Grady Jarrett, he hasn't made as much of a difference as he normally has. But
Lo, what's up with him this year, bro? What's going on with him?
Man, he needs a running mate, man. He's getting double teamed like almost every time. So he needs somebody that could take some pressure off of him. But the thing is, the difference between him and Aaron Donald takes those. And he still gets to the backfield.
That's a special kind of guy there, though, bro.
Man,
and he's difficult.
Yeah,
he's a difficult guy to block. Man, he looks for the challenge. Grady Jarrett What about the guy? What's his name? Low, that guy hurt. He was on the injured list. Wasn't he a first round draft pick for you guys? The guy that got hurt. Fowler, yeah. What's up with him? Hurt?
Well, yeah, he's hurt. He's hurt. The first couple games of the season, he had 2 sacks, 2 strip sacks. But now he's hurt. So he actually changed his contract to a more of incentive base, but that's kind of coming back to bite him a little bit, man. So that's definitely tough. But I'm gonna say AJ Terrell right now.
Okay.
I think he got like 4 pass breakups. He almost got an interception in the end zone. I think y'all were going to Harris, I believe. I took a 20, 30-yard shot to Harris, and the ball just bounced off of him. We know why he plays DB. But so I think I'm gonna go with AJ Terrell. On the offensive side of the ball, I mean, if we're talking about skill, I would say Matt Ryan, but if we're just talking about physical attributes, I would say Kyle Pitts. But in the meantime, I think I'm gonna say Matt Ryan because Kyle Pitts, he's gonna have a lot of seasons where he's gonna be the best guy on the offensive side of the ball. And Hoodie Jew, we appreciate that, man. That's that. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman tag.
Man, that never gets old, bro. I swear that never gets old, bro. That's funny as hell. That's funny, man. But yeah, bro, that thank you, Hoodie, for that, bro. Appreciate you. And yeah, what about Tyler Davison, man? Former Saint Tyler Davison. I mean, did he work like he worked for us? Like a couple of years he was good, and then he fell off the band, off the train. What's going on with Tyler Davison, bro?
Yes, sir. He fell off the wagon, bro. He legitimately fell off the wagon. And the thing is that's why we're getting ran through like that. And that's why Grady Jarrett's taking all those double teams because Tyler Davison, I don't know if he's an inside agent or what, but somebody was like, if we could trade Tyler Davison, what would we trade him for? Somebody in my chat said they would trade him for a church lady's old peppermint in the bottom of the pocketbook. He ain't doing nothing, Q. He ain't doing nothing. He one of those hamburger eaters. The kids that play football, they'll never play. But they always there, the first ones in the line to eat before the game.
Yeah, bro. I'll tell you what, man. It's funny, man. It's funny, man, because we had the same sentiment with Tyler Davison before, where he would play up, and then when we were looking to try to get past him, I think get rid of him and find somebody else. We found David Onyemata and a few other guys. Yeah, but yeah, the Tyler Davison, man, he was one of the strongest dudes on the Saints team at one time, but he's just he hit his ceiling. I think the Saints recognized it and they got him out of the building.
Yeah.
So yeah, that let me hit the Hoodie got one here. Thank you, Hoodie. Said gotta have him on my show when we play again. All right, Hoodie got his channel called Hoodie Jube. Hoodie got his own YouTube show as well there, Low. So big ups to Hoodie. Yeah, he's a good dude, man. All right. Yeah, he a good dude, bro. Let me get there was one more I want to give it to you there, Low. That somebody was a really good one, man. I think I done lost it, man. I done lost it. It was really good when somebody was asking. Oh yeah, but I think what they were saying, I lost it. But one of the family members was asking if the Saints would have won, would Low be ducking the sports coma? And I was like, hell nah, Low ain't gonna duck the coma, man. Low's a humble dude. Low gonna come on here, man, win, lose, or draw. There it is right here. Kevin says, be honest. He said, Big Low, be honest. When you saw the Saints go and erase that lead, he says, 1, what did you do at that moment? 2, did you think about ducking Big Q's show?
Hey, boy. I don't think you know me that well, boy. Much love to you, man. But look, to be completely honest with you, man, it's like I'm always one of those people, like, you keep that same energy, right? So it's like, to me, I definitely would have been disappointed if we would have lost. But it's like, once again, I go back to it's all about chilling out with the family, the camaraderie of the rivalry, and things like that. So look, I'm enjoying this win now. Don't get me wrong, but if we would have lost, I would have came on here and had just as much fun.
That's right. That's right. That's what you be trying to tell the fam, man. You know, if you look at the matchup, Atlanta got the game, fam. They won the matchup. They deserve it. I'm gonna be honest with you. Y'all know I usually get kind of burnt about the losses. The Washington football, not the Giants loss, I was absolutely nuclear in that one. And a couple other ones I was not too good either. But this one here afterward, and the family members knew when it's over, it's like, man, and they were kind of upset in the chat, and then on the recap stream, and I was telling family members, listen, fam, we had this game.
Yeah.
You know, you got to want to win, and then you got to go out there and take the win. You can't leave it out there for nothing. The Saints fought all the way up the mountain to take the lead by 2 and could not secure it within 1 minute. We didn't deserve to win. And credit to Atlanta, who fought in there and kept fighting ultimately to recapture the lead for good. So you got to give them credit when credit's due. They got the win, and the only thing we can do right now is to tell Big Low and the rest of the Atlanta family members out there that we're gonna see them at the end of the year, baby. That's all we can do at this point. So I'm hoping for Atlanta to really, you know, be in that playoff chase. It'll make that game even more insightful.
Oh boy, bro. But you know what would be even worse though, Q? What would be even worse, what would be even more crazy is that if we made the playoffs and we faced them Saints in the playoffs, that would be a whole nother level.
You never know, bro. The Saints and the Falcons and the Saints in the playoffs, man. That'll be ridiculous. That'll be ridiculous. But it can happen, man. It can happen. Still a lot of football left, Lo.
Oh yeah. And that's the thing, man. You know, there's a lot of, everybody has to stay healthy. You know, everybody, look at yesterday, bro. Like there were so many upsets yesterday. You know, the Bills, they lost to the Jaguars. That was crazy. That was crazy. You never know what's going to happen with the Broncos. The Broncos are the most unpredictable team in the NFL, and we beat y'all. Ain't nobody see that coming. Well,
so y'all seen it, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, I see it. Hey, you already know I can.
I know y'all seen it over there. Y'all was talking y'all stuff.
Hey man, but at the end of the day, bro, like that's what this rivalry is about, man. That's what it's all about at the end of the day.
That's right, bro. That's right. You're right. If we would have won, I'd have been talking my stuff, man, out of love, though. You know what I'm saying? But big below, listen, fam. I'm gonna give you the flow, bro, for last thoughts on Saints and Saints Falcons matchup, and of course, feel free to promote your channel, bro.
Oh, thank you so much, bro. Thank you. So, look. For all the Saints fans that are in here, my name is Big Low Kuntry. I'm just a country boy, former football coach that loves to sit around and talk about sports. I just want to let all of y'all Saints fans know one thing. First of all, don't feel bad about this loss. It's a divisional game, and both teams are going to play to the best of their ability. Sometimes you try to play so hard, and sometimes you try to make so many plays, or you try to coach the perfect game, and you'll make a mistake and things fall through the cracks. So look, guys, y'all don't feel bad about that. Look at it like this. Y'all, with a third string quarterback, y'all almost won that game. Just imagine whenever Trevor Siemian continues to build confidence and he continues to get more reps with the starting squad, or you never know, it might be one of those situations where they might bring Taysom Hill back in. But just like Q said, there's a whole lot of football that needs to be played. As far as the Falcons, we got a lot of things that we need to work on. It's all about trying to take advantage of the opportunities that you have. Y'all almost took advantage of it, but we took advantage of it. But look, for everybody out there, y'all make sure if you want to get behind the scenes and peel back the curtain on the enemies, on what the enemy's doing over here in Atlanta, y'all make sure that y'all come to Big Low Kuntry Sports. And I'm sorry, y'all, I'm from the country, so it's spelled Kuntry. I didn't realize I was spelling it wrong until I graduated from college. But y'all make sure y'all come subscribe to Big Low Kuntry Sports. We sit around, we talk about sports like this all the time, man. Y'all at the right place right now with Big Q, because I'm gonna tell y'all, Big Q, he's like my big brother when it comes to this YouTube thing, man. He's gonna help me out so much, and giving me so much advice, and really been like a mentor to me. So much love to you, Big Q.
Much love to you, bro, and Coach Ron, man, in this one, man. Y'all are terrific, man. Y'all are awesome people, very awesome and special people, man, and I appreciate you, brother. You and the fam over there are an absolute blessing, and it's absolute honor to know you, Lo, you and the fam, you and Coach Ronnie. So Hoodie got one more for you there. The Superman chat there, Lo, as you said. He got one for you. That's the Superman chat. All right, there you go. I can't do it as good as Lo. Lo put the hands and everything all up in there. He says, if Matt Ryan went down, Lo, would you still believe in your team? Like, do you believe in your coaching staff to pull it off without key piece QB? Like we doing with SP, Coach Pate. We always got faith when we got SP. So, Hoodie, man, that's a fantastic question. Thank you for the Superman chat, Hoodie. Lo, what you think about that, bro? Who you got behind you? That's Felipe Franks running up in there. Who was that 15 guy? Who's that?
Yeah, so that was Felipe Franks. Undrafted rookie. He used to play at Florida and
I remember
he transferred to Arkansas.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, Hoodie. We really appreciate that. That's that. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. but to answer your question though, man, Felipe Franks, he's basically the third string. The only reason they're putting him in those packages is because he's big and he can run. Our coach Arthur Smith, he's one of those guys who likes the mobile quarterbacks, which we know. Well, I don't know because Matt Ryan, he kind of, he gave him a little.
Bro, he shook Demario Davis and made him slip. I was like, but when I was saying in the stream, I said, Matty Ice, when he runs, he looked like a junkie robot, like stuff flopping everywhere when they're running, clanking and stuff. But hey, man, he was making it work. He was moving the pop. I mean, when they were leaving him open, he was scrambling out of there, picking up first downs, using his feet. And I was like, man, he was determined to get Atlanta into the winning column, man, with his feet, with his arms. Matty Icy was playing his ass off yesterday against the Saints, and they got the win because of him, man. Because if he had lowered his head like that Tom Brady did a week before, man, we would have took that game from him. But Matty Icy refused to fail. He refused to fall. But go ahead, Lo. And Lo, that was a good question by Hoodie. So you say Felipe Franks, do you have the same confidence, bro, in him?
And like I said, he's actually the third string quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
But Josh Rosen, that's our backup quarterback.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, boy. But I mean, and we know Q, it's one of those situations. Look at what y'all did with Teddy Bridgewater, right?
Mm-hmm.
4 straight games. I mean, we don't know if Arthur Smith is Sean Payton. Like we legitimately don't know that, but what we can say is that whenever you bring a new quarterback into the equation, it could go terribly good or terribly bad because it's a whole nother factor. It's like an X factor. It's like a wild card in Uno. You don't know what you're going to get in the situation. So if it was one of those cases where Matt Ryan were to go down, of course I would still be confident in the team. And of course, I would continue going to games because I got season tickets. It's just too late to turn back now, bro. You got to roll with it, Unfortunately, they don't let you bring moonshine into games. I had to learn that the hard way, Q.
Tell them it's water, Lo. Just tell
that's what I've been telling them. I told them.
They just say, "No, we got to take a smell." That's what they said.
And that's what they did, bro. That's what they did. I tell everybody all the time, it might be water, it might be moonshine. If you see me smiling, that means I'm happy to see.
Hey, but you know what, Lo? Listen, man, I thank you for coming on the platform, man, representing, bro. You're always a great dude, you and Coach Ronnie. Let me say this. Let me preference this, Lo, with the good win. And from you guys and much love and success to the Atlanta Falcons moving forward, just not against the black and gold. But let me say this, Lo, and I said this to you early on when we did the NFC South roundtable, that any success that Atlanta gets, you can thank the Who Dat Nation.
Oh man,
I knew you were gonna bring that. Any success that the Atlanta Falcon family get, they can turn and thank the Who Dat Nation, baby.
I knew you were gonna bring it out.
Thank the Who Dat Nation, and
man,
you know why, Lo. You know why.
It's tough to argue that, Q. I ain't gonna lie to you. I just sit and thought about that thing, man. I was like, man, what kind of rebuttal? I knew you were gonna say something about it. I said, man, what can I say as a retort? All I can say, Q, is touche. That's all I can say.
Touche.
Touche.
All right, that's my boy Low there. Much love to Big Low and the family members. Thank y'all for chiming in. Listen, man, we lost to the Falcons, man, but congratulations to the Falcons. They got the win, bro. They fought all the way back, which means it sets up a really nice looking second matchup when we travel to Atlanta to take them on at the end of the season. So, man, it makes it puts that extra spice in it, man. It's going to be really fun going against both Carolina and Atlanta, man. And something tells me that it's going to go down to the wire, fam. I'm telling you, I don't know about Tampa. No, nothing against our loose cannon brothers, but let me tell you something, man. It's this lot of football left, man, and a lot of stuff going down in the NFL, man. So only the strong can survive at the end of the day. So, Lo, much love to you, my brother. Thank you for chiming in, bro. And we're gonna talk later. One more thing, Lo. The NFC South Roundtable, part 2, bro. You got any information you want to share with the family members, or are you still working that thing through?
Yeah, I'm still trying to work it through. I'm trying to get everybody together, but as soon as I find out, I'm pretty sure Q will be letting y'all know. And y'all make sure that y'all have all of your y'all got to be prepared, boy. Because look, the Tampa boys, they be talking all kind of trash, boy. They be talking cash money like old Ziggy. You remember Ziggy back in the day for cash? Yeah,
That's
how they be talking.
Ziggler Wiggler. Yeah.
Big guns Wiggler.
The loose cannons, man. They something else, man. They talk a lot of smack. But yeah, Lo, that's good, bro. And you're right. We're gonna see about it. They had fun, man. So a lot of families was asking about that thing. So it's good to know. All right. So with that being said, listen, fam, I appreciate Big Low chiming in here. Low, I appreciate you, my brother, and I'm gonna holler at you down the road, my brother. Here.
All right, man. Y'all be easy.
Thank you, Low. Who that? All right. I sent Low out with a who that. But congratulations to the Atlanta Falcons family for getting that win, man, against the black and gold, man. Listen, I like I said, a lot of family members kind of upset about that thing. But listen, we got to handle business, fam. We got to take care of business, and we won't have to deal with none of that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I bet we being a Saints person. Let me tell you something, bro. It'll turn your head all kind of with your way colors. You know what I'm saying? And I'm 44 years old, and I still got black hair. But I'm pretty sure by the end of next year, I might not have it if the Saints keep playing the way they do. Full of white hair up here, man. They'll take all the life out of you watching these guys. But anyway, listen, thank Big Low for that, man. We appreciate Big Low chiming up in this thing. Listen, family, what we're going to do is we're going to cover a few news notes and items moving up ahead on this thing. We're going to cover some news going on, and we're going to start off with the article right here. Of course, some of you guys probably are hip on it. That's going on with Deontay Harris. Deontay Harris sentenced to 1 year probation after the DWI arrest, but maintains a not guilty plea. And of course, we're going to cover this because we were waiting for this the whole way around to get the information to talk about what happens with Deontay Wilder. Remember, initially, the discussion was that he'll be out for 2 games, which was week 1 and week 2. Then it changed because, and I was like, why did it change? Well, the legalities wasn't done, and the NFL cannot give you your punishment until the whole legal situation is closed and done with. Then they'll levy out punishment, as it were. So let's get into this article, and I got several others I'm gonna cover with you guys before I end the stream, because we got a Pelican post-game report coming up later on. All right, yeah, that's right, Pam and Wham. I'm gonna look like Obama, man. I'm gonna look like he went in there with black hair, didn't he? He went up in there with black hair and came out, all his hair was white. They must have showed him all the bad secrets. His hair turned white. It showed some shit, scared the hell out of that man. All his hair turned white. But all that happened to all of them. What they doing? Opening up the Ark of the Covenant or something? What's going on, guys? They're stealing turning their hair white. Turn their hair white. All right, let's get into it, fam. Let's cover this, man. Deontay Harris sentenced to 1 year probation with DWI arrest, but maintains not guilty plea. Let's cover it, fam. This is coming from Amy Over at NOLA.com, the New Orleans Saints receiver Deontay Harris was sentenced to a 1 year of supervised probation without a conviction after pleading not guilty Monday to a charge of driving under the influence stemming from a July traffic stop near his hometown of Baltimore. Harris, who's 23, was physically present for his Monday court appearance in Towson, Maryland. Harris' probation term began Monday and runs through November the 8th of 2022. The court, quote, the court recognized that he was a fine young man with a great future ahead of him, and accordingly, she gave him what is called probation before judgment, which is not a conviction under Maryland law. Harris' attorney, William H. Billy Murphy Jr., told the Times-Picayune, quote, "We are happy about the result and look forward to this young man having an exceptional career in the NFL and an exceptional life," end quote. The formal plea entered on Harris' behalf was not guilty with an agreed statement of facts, which is done in some cases instead of a normal trial. In Harris's case, the police report, the agreed statement of facts was read in front of the court, and the judge sentenced Harris to probation, but stopped short of ruling whether or not he was guilty. Now, in the past, the NFL has levied 2-game suspensions after a first offense of driving under the influence. However, as laid out in the NFL's new collective bargaining agreement for 2020, the punishment has been increased to 3 games. The NFL discipline does not go into effect until legal cases are complete, and Harris' case closed as of Monday. The NFL, through a spokesman, said, quote, "We have been monitoring developments in the matter, which remains under review," end quote. Coach Payton said during training camp, the Saints will, quote, "wait and see what transpires relative to any discipline," end quote, for Harris. Now, through 7 games this season, Harris is the Saints' leading receiver with 323 yards. Harris, who's set to become a restricted free agent this offseason, has already missed 1 game due to a hamstring issue. The Saints are 5-3, have 9 regular season games left on the schedule. Harris, who came to New Orleans as an undrafted rookie in 2019, has played in 30 games for the Saints and has logged in 60 punts for 654 and 53 kick returns for 1439. On offense, he's tallied to 533 yards receiving on 47 catches with 3 touchdowns. So, as you can see, probation was issued in the manner, but what does it mean? It means no punishment as of yet, and the NFL is still reviewing the case to see what they can do. Will Roger the Skunk Goodell keep his rotten, grimy, zombie-like hands off of this case? You can't help yourself. Anytime a Saints player is caught up in something, he runs over there festering with pus spewing from every orifice out of his face and body areas to run and try to gorge the black and gold with all type of filth and penalties and garbage. He's such a scumbag. I can't stand him. But anyway, let's get into some of this news right here from Fox 8. Says report Saints, quote, "one to keep an eye on if OBJ becomes free agent on Tuesday." Let's get into this report, and we'll cover another one on OBJ, and this is brought by WBUE, that Odell Beckham Jr. appears likely to pass through waivers unclaimed by NFL teams. We won't know that for certain until Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern time, if that is indeed the case. NFL teams are forcing through an acrimonious divorce from the Cleveland Browns last week. But if the wide receiver then becomes a free agent Tuesday afternoon as expected, the Saints are seen as a leading suitor, according to a new report. Quote, "The Saints make a lot of sense," NFL reporter Ian Rappaport tweeted Sunday. Rappaport explained that any team claiming Beckham on waivers Monday would be taking on a midseason salary cap hit of $7 million, expected to be almost $8 million, expected to be too hefty for most. The financial outlay can be negotiated into far more favorable terms if Beckham attains free agent status, and several teams are expected to show interest. Quote, "one team to keep an eye out on is the New Orleans Saints." Ian Rappaport said that during the NFL Game Day morning show that they had interest in potentially trading for him. It didn't happen. Obviously, he went to LSU as well, and I would expect him to leave or to have interest there. The Saints learned last week that the injured star wide receiver Mike Thomas will not play this season after suffering a setback in his return from off-season ankle surgery. Beckham has added the hometown New Orleans Saints connection to being a product of Newman in Uptown. So There it is. Let's see. The Saints are, according to this report that came out today, that the Saints are, or yesterday actually, that the Saints are one to keep an eye out on for Odell Beckham. Now, I don't know about that, but we'll see how it all sinks, because it was also another report saying that Odell Beckham is going to raise holy hell. Whether that's not his words, but he's going to really kind of, if somebody claims him that he doesn't like, he's going to act up on them. So, I mean, that might make it intriguing too. So Coach Payton said, now this is coming from, like I always give you two sides here. As you can see, this report here is from Sports Illustrated saying Payton, and it's saying, quote, it's impossible for the Saints to place a waiver claim on Odell Beckham. We knew that because of the money. We said that. But if he does clear waivers, and perhaps, we'll see how it all shakes. But we have reports saying that he wants to go to Seattle and all this kind of nonsense. So I don't know, man. As Odell Beckham Jr. waits his new team, Coach Payton has taken the Saints out of the running for now. The longtime Saints head coach confirmed that they will not be claiming Beckham on waivers on Monday, as the team does not have the salary or the cap space to pursue such a move. However, that does not mean the Saints can't sign the former LSU star if he clears waivers and becomes a free agent Tuesday. Now, of course, Beckham was released by the Browns on Friday. Actually, the deal was done officially today. The claiming deadline is today, and Payton told the New Orleans Advocates' Luke Johnson, no, it's not impossible us to put a claim in on a player. You just have to look at the salary cap space, which I do every time we start talking about we need this guy and that guy. And if we were going to put in a claim, it wouldn't be something we discuss. I know it makes hit-worthy news, and that's what it is. The Saints have just over $700,000, family, in available cap money, and they're well short of the $7 million that they need for the receiver that he's owed this season after restructuring his contract. Now, according to Pro Football Talk, the Saints would have to make a move to have the salary cap space to sign Beckham Jr. as a free agent. ESPN Adam Schefter reported Sunday that Beckham is hoping to go to a, quote, a playoff contender and in a winning environment where he believes he will be happy and productive, end quote. Now, Schefter also said there will be issues if a team the receiver doesn't want to play for claims him on waivers. There will be issues. What issues? He's going to cut up on them. The Lions, who had the first chance in the waiver claim to make a move for Beckham, have already passed, according to Dan Campbell. He can't pass on nothing. But, of course, Beckham ain't going to go to no losing-ass Lions. The Saints have already lost starting quarterback Jameis Winston and star receiver Michael Thomas to season-ending injuries this season and struggle in a 27-25 loss to the Falcons on Sunday. So what makes the talk of Odell Beckham even more spicier is the fact that when you are the Saints team, you go out and you start dropping all of these passes as a collective. When you've seen with Deontay Harris and Callaway and Troutman and, pretty much all the wide receivers steals. When you drop passes like that, you validate what people are saying about you being the weakest wide receiver room in the NFL. And of course, you turn the paper on, you see the people had the paper today was saying drops, and they were blaming the drops. You're blaming the drops. So I'm like, man, where's the vision at, man? Where's the vision at with people with this stuff, man? The drops, we overcame the drops. It took 3 quarters to get going, but hell, you made up for 3 quarters with one when you put 20 plus points. The Saints owned the lead at one point. And we overcame the drops. We overcame the turnovers, despite the turnovers, the bad calls, and everything that we dealt with. We overcame it and took the lead. We fought all the way down. We were down by 3 scores, came back and took the lead and owned the lead. And it couldn't hold it for 41 seconds. The Saints defense went out there and let them people catch a 64 or 65-yard bomb on them to set up the kicker to kick the Saints into the loss section. And we still talking about drop passes for real? Sometimes I be thinking like a lot of these reporters just be throwing out that stuff, just pandering to people. Sometimes you just, they don't, I just don't understand, man. Drops was a part of it that kept us out of the end zone early, but then they start catching the ball. You see what I'm saying? They wasn't dropping the ball all the way through the game. They was dropping it early on, but ultimately the same guys that were dropping the ball started catching the ball. That's how we was able to score touchdowns and get this thing back. They started moving the ball. Case in point with Troutman, who dropped several balls today, but he caught several balls to help set up an offensive score when Simeon kept going to him. So I mean, it's just like, okay, blame the guy for the drops, but not the catches. I don't understand the rationale there. We overcame our deficiencies. We overcame all of the funk and filth of 3 quarters and owned the lead all and just had to hold it for 41 seconds. And it was Dennis Allen that called that bullshit play call where he was supposed to be in the prevent, had that single high safety in them guys, and they had 5 wide receivers out there. I ain't see that in the paper. That should have been the name, Dennis Allen. What the hell was that call about? That's what it should have been in the paper, not about the drops. Why did you call that play where you should have been in the, why weren't you in the prevent? Because that play call is the reason why the kick that offense of Atlanta set up the field goal to kick the Saints into the loss section. Had the defense did the prevent, you would have held on to the win with 41 seconds left. People say, Q, they had too much time. 41 seconds, and the Saints supposed to be an elite level defense. We couldn't hold them out of here for 41 seconds. For real, we couldn't. That's why I'm saying so it's will in this thing. And you got to it's we talk about football IQ all the time, but I've seen more than enough games to understand how stuff works. Like if you see in it, like I be saying, telling family members, that shit ain't hard. It's not complicated. They like the color, the language, and draw all this stuff and twists and turns and all this kind of stuff. But pretty much most people running the same stuff. They just naming it differently. And when we seen what happened with Dennis Allen, that was inexcusable to call that damn type of defense right there. What was you doing? What are you thinking? What was you thinking? The man had Matty Ice he was in the shotgun by himself, and he had 5 wide receivers out there. Why didn't Matt? Why will we? Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna ask a bunch of questions that ain't gonna get no answers. But the reality, the biggest one is why did the Saints lose the game? Was it the drops or the dumbass pass on the dumbass defensive play call on the back end of the game that cost you the game because they were able to kick the field goal to beat you? What won? Well, no Q was the drops. How you came back with 22 points in the fourth and took the lead from them? How the drop stopped you? You ain't after you scored the touchdown right there. You didn't have an offensive possession. You was ahead at that point. So you can't tell me drops was the reason why you lost the game when you had the lead. It was the only thing that was left was the defense. The defense did what it did against the Giants. It imploded. Let the Giants score all them points and get. And I'm saying I'm preferencing that because our defense is good, but they have a very it pisses me off, but they have a weakness. Is it overconfidence? What is it? What is it called? I don't know what to call it, but they have a propensity to at times just get like they just fall apart. And I've seen it happen in the Giants game when they just disintegrated. They just imploded into their own footprint. And for one play against the Atlanta Falcons, Dennis Allen calls that defensive call with a single high safety. And when you know you're supposed to be in prevent for the rest of the game, and they say, well, these guys are getting paid big money. I ain't getting paid big money from the NFL. And I'm telling you off top that that's the correct call. You call that in that situation with 41 seconds. Hell, my boys will tell you that. They play Madden. They daddy, what are you doing with the single high safety? Don't he know he's supposed to be playing prevent? Well, goddamn, son. Goddamn. The children know. I mean, how did he know? I mean, so like I said, man, it's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. I do not agree about the drops. The drops was stagnant. It's messing with us the first 3 quarters, but you overcame that. They started catching the ball. That's how you got the lead. They played better and they got hot and they took the lead from them people. And you had it. You just hold on to it for 41 seconds. You go into the winning column, and then you take the division lead back from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You help pull it. You push Atlanta even further down, so you don't have to worry about them. Could hurt their playoff chances. You beat them, but it didn't work that way. Now we be facing down a Tennessee Titan team coming to play. We got to go to Tennessee to beat, which is they're usually pretty difficult to beat in Tennessee. They're without Henry, but listen, they are playing pretty good football and one of the hottest and best teams in the AFC and in the NFL, period. So you got to go to Tennessee and take care of business against them, which probably the Saints will probably win that game because for whatever reason, we go to sleep. We go to sleep at the wrong times. That's the day that I think they might have sleep apnea or something. They fall asleep at the wrong time, like doing it. They fell asleep in the crutch moment of the game against Atlanta, and they fell asleep in the Giants matchup. You know, they pick these weird times to implode or have these really brain neutral plays and good defenses, you're gonna get a play on them, but you're not supposed to get that type of play on this defense here. They supposed to close the door. This is close the door territory here, and we simply didn't do that. We had the game. But anyway, just a brief note before we get ready to leave the stream. I just want to give a shout out to Lo for joining us today to recap the game. Coming up later on in the week, family, we're going to have Titan brothers from the Titan Upload Titan podcast. They'll be previewing the Saints and Titans matchup with us coming down in this thing. And of course, what's coming up behind the Titans there? What's the next game behind the Titans? I forget. I think it's the Eagles. Is it the Eagles, fam? Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know, because we got a bunch of good people rolling up in here that we'll be talking to. That's really excited over the next 4 weeks of games here. Whereas we got Titan Upload, they'll be previewing the matchup for us this week. And then, of course, the Eagles. Okay, thank you. Live, laugh, and love. The Eagles coming up, and we'll have a special guest on that week too. That's pretty good. And for the Cowboys, we'll have a really good guest on there as well. So we having them lined up, man. But anyway, it's pretty good as well. And also to let you know, I'm gonna be popping up on Hoodie's stream tomorrow. I'll be kicking it with my boy Hoodie for a few minutes over there on Hoodie's channel. That'll be tomorrow sometimes. So just look at his indications when you do that. All right. See, I had to take my time though. I had to take my time on it though. Live, laugh, and love. I had to look at it. Because see, I say that from time to time, but I don't say it like you said. I said live, love, and laugh. You just kind of got it mixed up in there. So, I just have to take my time with it. But thank you. All right, Ramsey, what's up, fam? Big ups to you. Ramsey says, who that, Q? It was a bad defensive call on the back end that lost this game. I'm still trying to get my TV out of my backyard. Oh, yeah, man. Let me tell you something, man. Don't break up your shit, man. I promise you, man. If they had a program that was sponsored by the Saints for when the Black and Gold family members get mad and start smashing up their shit, they had like an insurance program that the Saints provided, man, they'll be making some serious bank. Because let me tell you, the Saints responsible for a lot of people breaking up their electronics. Don't break up your shit, man. What's up, Latrell? He says, Titans, Bills, and Eagles, man. Yes, Lord. That is quite the stretch. You got some real powerful teams coming at, and you slip the Eagles in there. The Eagles are dangerous, too. But, they're not playing really well right now, but they can still slip in there and get one. All right, John says, go get Andrew Luck. He only left because he had no line. He will come back. I don't know if Luck is even interested in playing, bro. I don't know. If he was, I think they probably would reach out to him. I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know. I haven't heard from him in a while. I know he had plenty of time to heal up, that's for certain, because that was the thing about him. He needed to just get healthy. Inevitable, says Q. I want to know what happened to our screen game. I don't know, bro. There was a lot of that was getting neutralized by Atlanta because, listen, one thing you can't take away from Atlanta is their speed. The defenses, their linebackers are very fast. So, I mean, when you go sideline to sideline with Atlanta, those linebackers will catch you. They will catch you. But you don't need to go sideline to sideline with them. You heard what Lowe was saying. We said it in the preview, is that they're soft up the middle. Tyler Davison, he got skates on his feet, like the skates you go to the skate world or the skate country. Them kind, he's a vending machine with skates on his feet. You can push him around any way you want him. And the Carolina Panthers did that to him to the tune of 200 yards. Now, the Saints, of course, could have stepped with the running game. We could have hit him with the running game with fullback. We had some success there, then open up the play action. But, it took a long time for the offense to finally get going. I'm really, because it's like my mind works a little differently, fam. Y'all got to excuse me. I be rationalizing things in my head out loud to the Great Saint Think Tank, because I'm talking to you guys, and you guys are the most intelligent Saints family members in the world. So I'm kind of going over this stuff with you guys, and I'm thinking to myself, with the Saints, like, okay, they took 3 quarters before they had an explosion, and they scored in the most improbable way. Where did that come from? What happened? What was said? Is always a cause and effect in the universe. What was said that was said in the fourth that wasn't said in the first, second, or third? What happened? You see what I'm saying? What happened there to spark what was said to electrify the Saints to score 22 points in the fourth quarter to take the lead from the Falcons? Because I think portions of that is why I'm not as mad as a lot of the Who Dat Nation, because I'm like, man, that team, if they would have fell in, and got a touchdown or something like that, then that'd have been just distasteful. But the way they just switched it on in the fourth and put up 22 points in an improbable fashion. Because be real, when the third quarter was going and then it started into the fourth, a lot of family members saying the game is over with. Wasn't you? Keep it honest. Be real. Keep it real. They were saying, yeah, the game over. This game over. This game over, Q. I'm saying, no, it ain't. We got some time. We got to do this. We got to do that. Uncle Mozzie was saying, nah, this game is, I don't think it's improbable that we came back. And I'm saying, nah, they got time. I think they can do it. What they do? Defense got to stop. Special teams helped out, punting them back, everything. This defense got them 3 and out. Saints got the ball, scored. Defense 3 and out of the Atlanta. Defense scored. 22 points in the fourth quarter. An explosion with the same guys that was dropping the ball, started catching the ball, started moving the ball, scored, took the lead, and then the defense, who helped us get in them positions, let us down on the back end by a dumbass call. So I'm like, that's another of those games where the Saints beat themselves. Think about that. The Saints are, I keep saying this, even with a backup quarterback, the Saints are really something else, man. That's why so many people love the Saints, not just because of the tenacity and the and everything that we go through. It's the fact that if you look at the only teams that really beat the Saints was Carolina, because the Saints offensive didn't they didn't show up to play. Had they shown up to play, they would have beat Carolina. Y'all know that. They showed up and played the Giants and then let the Giants out of it in the fourth quarter when the defense started letting them score those touchdowns, and then let them tie the game, get into overtime. And then the defense, remember, it was the defense that let the Giants march on them for a touchdown. It wasn't a field goal. The defense gave up a touchdown in overtime, and they knew that they could not give up that touchdown, but they gave up that touchdown. That to me said, damn, I got to keep an eye on this defense, because sometimes you can get blown away by what they do on a game-to-game basis, but they do have the propensity, as great and excellent as they are, they still have that propensity in the back of their head to surrender plays that are harmful. The Giants game, when they not only allowed the Giants to tie the game up with multiple touchdowns, but also to march the field in the overtime period to take the game away from them. And also just now against Atlanta with that play. Good defenses do not surrender games like that on the back end when they got it. Their defense locks the game down, put the game over with, close the books on it. So, I'm like, man, we flying around, we making exceptions, we having fun, but really, truly, we got to get that out of there, man. That stuff is going to hurt us when it really counts, because we looking at them, we see they making sacks, they getting the picks, they doing all of this, they really good with the rush stuffing, one of the best units in the league, doing everything. But the Saints, man, the defenses do give up plays in the wrong time of the game to hurt you. I'm putting it on notice. I'm putting the Who Dat Nation on notice about your defense. Your defense, they hold up against the Giants by shutting the door on them. You beat the Giants. The defense holds up for one series against Atlanta on the back end. When you had the lead by 2, you win the game. Both times the defenses had opportunities to shut the doors on them, and the defense could not do it for whatever reason, whether they were tired or stupid or whatever you want to say. They did not do it. Whatever the excuse is, you fill in the blank. I'm just notifying you that they do have the propensity to surrender very bad plays in the wrong moments of the game. Just letting you know. Keep that in your psyche when we talk about top 5 defense and all this kind of stuff. Elite level defenses don't do that, fam. They're not going to you might gash them for a score or a touchdown, but when it comes down to the money time in the game, they're not going to let you win the game. Not on them. Not on them. Elite level defenses not going to let you do that. Ray Lewis and the Baltimore Ravens defense, when he was running, is not going to let your ass go down there in overtime and win that game against them. They're not gonna let you score a 64-yard touchdown on them to win for them other people to win the game. They're gonna lock you down in there and take that goddamn ball away from you. They're gonna take your heart. They're gonna do that. Saints are up there. They gotta get that out of there for whatever that ugliness is and that stupidity, whatever that is. They got to get that off of there. The defense, I'm telling you, was responsible. They had an opportunity to put 2 games away, and we allow not even really great teams to beat us. Atlanta without Calvin Ridley, a rookie and a tight end, and you have backup wide receivers running around. Patterson, who ain't even a running back. He was doing the wheel route all day, killing the Saints. So like I said, man, we have to be mindful of that. Even with Daniel Jones, we wasn't even blitzing Daniel Jones hard, letting him stand up there in the pocket, gaining the rhythm. Same with Matty Icy Hot. Matty got a rhythm, and once he got a rhythm, you can hit him 1,000 times. He gonna still stand in there and deliver that ball. We was letting Matty Icy Hot scramble around in there. So like I said, fam, I'm just telling you what I'm noticing. Not gonna sit around here and brag all about the defense. The defense is very good, but they need to work on some stuff to reach up there to be really elite, because elite level championship defenses are not going to let people beat them in overtime, go down there and score a touchdown. They're going to make you kick a field goal or take the ball away from you. They're not going to let you go and score a touchdown to win the game and not give your offense an opportunity to get out there and try to tie the game in overtime. They're not going to give up a deep 64, 65-yard pass against Atlanta with 41 seconds on the clock. They're not going to let you do that. And you can't let them do that because the only thing they need is a field goal to beat you. They're not even looking at trying to score a touchdown. They're just trying to get Younghoe Koo in field goal range so they can kick the field goal. But it don't help when the defense leave the door open for dumb plays like that to happen. And I've seen that. Like I said, this could be troublesome. I'm putting y'all on notice about that defense. As good as they play throughout, they still surrendering bad plays at moments that hurt us to win the game is what I'm saying. I gave you 2 examples, which was the Giants matchup when they allowed 2 touchdowns to be scored in the back end of that game to go to overtime, and then they beat them in overtime with the Giants offense, beat the Saints, marched them down the field. And then, of course, against the Falcons, with 41 seconds left, we let them people gash us for a 60-yard bomb, man. That's stupid as hell. I'm still kind of sore about that, but I'm just letting y'all know, pay attention to that defense, because the defense, as good as the Juice Boys and all that, got the juice ripped up out of their ass. So, I mean, listen, man, we got some real hot and heavy teams we got to deal with. And we can't come with all that bull, man. You know what I'm saying? So maybe we need to dial back all this Club Saint and shit. Like I played the clip from Twitter for the family members with them up in there dancing. Man, they got smoke machines and flashing lights like a disco in the locker room. I'm like, damn. I mean, it's like every game's like a celebration, like a Super Bowl celebration. I'm like, damn. And not only, they got colored smoke. They ain't just like white smoke. It's colored. It's white smoke blowing, the lights flashing. I'm like, man, damn, bro, we might have to dial back Club Saints right here, bro. Let's get this right, bro. We've been here before. Let's act like we've been here before. We've been here. We've been collecting wins. Let's act like we've been here before. Let's concentrate on the task at hand and go up in there and get the win, because it's no reason why we should be losing. No disrespect to my dog Lo and his family. But y'all know, and I know, it's no reason for the Saints to be losing to Atlanta. Atlanta was missing most of all of their people. Calvin Ridley, the weapon gone. They hurt. Got a lot of people out. Some of the starters on the secondary is hurt. Some of their people, defensive ends missing and shit. Offensive linemen missing and shit. And the Saints can't beat them. Giants. It's Carolina. We ain't even show up for Carolina. I don't even talk about Carolina. We ain't even show up for Carolina. But we beat Green Bay. Nobody else could beat Green Bay. We beat Green Bay. With Aaron Rodgers. We beat Green Bay. Nobody could beat Green Bay. You beat Green. You eviscerated Green Bay. You beat Tampa Bay. But then you lay down Atlanta and the Giants. That's very concerning and within its right, too. Whatever. Anywho, that'll do it for the show. Much love to the family members. I appreciate y'all. Feel free. I haven't heard on it yet. I'm gonna probably give an update on that tomorrow. Live, love, and live, laugh, and love. I'll give you an update on that tomorrow. Nothing on that. Yeah. Slim said, like, for real, I'm tired of all those handshakes. Yeah, listen, I just want to be able to listen. Ain't nothing wrong with them being happy. I'm just saying, bro, listen. How many regular season games have we won over the years? I mean, and I'm saying is that's something to be concerned about, what I just mentioned, because both opportunities with the Giants and the Falcons, the defense had opportunities to close the game out. I'm saying we all agree they're an elite level defense. Where was the elite level then? Why didn't that rise to the occasion then? And I'm seeing that and I'm documenting that and I'm saying, that don't look good. And what's really stellar to me, what's really gleaming to me, is like a big ugly ass polka dot elephant in the room, is the fact that you had 41 seconds in the game and a low IQ call where everybody in the stadium knew that the Saints should have been in the prevent. Why didn't they know that? Why didn't they know that? Think about what I'm saying. Everybody knows. You ask all of the family members, what kind of defense do you get in with 41 seconds left in the game? You're trying to keep this team from scoring. They're all the way on their own 25. What kind of defense? They're going to tell you to prevent, Q. You're getting that prevent and keep everything out front of them. And if they're going to move the ball, they move it underneath, and then guys rush and then make the tackle. And they eat up the clock trying to move the ball. Then you get guys to tackle them inbound so the clock will spin, even though I think Atlanta had 2 timeouts. But you still make them work that thing up the field if they're going to get it. But you ain't supposed to be able to get no 64-yard pass down the field with no support, and they just be able to go down there and kick a field goal to beat you with 41 seconds on the clock. And you go down like that and people saying drops. For real? How are we supposed to fix this if people can't even key in on the things that are really going on? I'm like, drops. Man, that's all the first thing that people agree to. That's the thing that everybody go to. That's why the Great Same Think Tank is here. But we don't think like most people. The reality is we overcame the drops. That's how we had the lead. So it wasn't the drops. The drops was a problem early on. It wasn't a problem later. We had the lead, and the offense didn't see the field after they scored the last touchdown. So it wasn't the issue with the drops. It was the defense surrendered the game. I'm talking about the play that matters is, why didn't you win the game at the end when you had the lead? The hell with the 3 quarters, or where we trailing, who's beefing around, playing around for 3 quarters. They're going to be games where that happens, where you're not going to have the lead and you're stagnant and all of a sudden you catch fire. They're going to be games where you don't come out and blow teams away. That's what it is. Sometimes you've seen games like that when we had to play from behind to win the game. Sometimes most of these games don't all play out the same way. Sometimes you blow them off the map. Sometimes you got to work for that thing. Sometimes you're going to trail. Sometimes you got to fight from behind and figure it out and get it. The Saints scored 22 points with Trevor Siemian to take the lead, and the defense surrendered a 60. I gotta keep saying it. Think about it, because I keep saying I beat the people head. Listen, that's what happened. The defense, why did you lose? You had the lead, right? What happened between the point when you scored to get the lead and the time you lost the lead? What was the difference then? What happened? Your defense failed you. That's what happened. The same defense that helped you tie the score and helped you gain a lead then failed you, because we have to play 60 minutes of football, not 59 minutes of football. And that is exactly the analogy. We didn't play 60 minutes of football. We played 59 minutes of football and got beaten now in your own building, in the dome, by the way. So, and it took some heart to beat the Saints, because them people could have been defeated. They stepped in there and they made the plays to the chagrin of the Saints. And the Saints, like I said, the Saints be doing this shit to themselves, man. I'm looking at them like, because that's a dumb play for them to do that. It's just, they just brains just switched off. You know, the Dennis Allen, dumbass play, really bad. Even preschoolers and first graders know to put a prevent up there. That was so commonplace to call a prevent. For him to go that way with that on was, I can't tell you how bad that was. I can't tell y'all how bad and unintelligent that was for him to make that kind of mistake in the crutch of the game to give Atlanta the matchup. Can't tell you how bad that is. So like I said, we're going to monitor and keep monitoring this defense, because that's 2 games that the defense gave up and collapsed when they should have gave you the win. That's 2 times. Well, Q, they came up with the Tampa Bay game. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the games where you had in hand the defeats that you should have had, but the defense failed to close the door on them, like against the Giants when they let them score multiple touchdowns and then beat them in march the field in overtime to defeat them. And in Atlanta Falcons, 41 seconds left with a deep bomb to kick a field goal to win. Both times, Saints defense failed you. That's something we need to pay attention to, fam, for real. They're showing really crappy tendencies right here, cracks in the armor, so to speak. And I'm wondering if we can fix this and get through it. Most people not even going to point that finger at Dennis Allen and say, bro, what's happening with that call? What happened? What's going on? There's no justification for that kind of call, man. Come on. I don't care what you say. Well, we thought we could do it. No, that's you wrong as hell on that. You know damn well you don't do that kind of call on the back end of the game, almost like you was paid to give them the game or something. We be doing this to ourselves many times. The Saints do what they're supposed to do. We win these games. We the ones that be going dumb in these games to let these people get back up in the game and win. We'll fight our asses off and then turn dumb as a son bitch when the time come and the other team sneaking in and steal it from you. Giants and the Falcons. Who else we got to deal with like this? Will we get smart on the defensive side and stop doing this when we do have opportunities to close games, whether it's offense, defense, or special teams? Right now is the defense because of the recent loss, but we got to do a better job on this, family. And people now, I guarantee them people now going to even talk about that. Now they're going to even talk about the defense. They're going to keep talking about drop passes and going to keep talking about the referees, Q. Drop passes, Q. Bro, that's bullshit. We beat all of that, took the lead, and the defense surrendered the play that beat us. Because if they won, if the defense stopped them, you beat them. You beat them, and then you would say, we got to clean it up. We got to clean up the drops. We got to clean up the drops. They cleaned up the drops in the second half. They started playing better. They started making the catches. I showed the statistics to analyze and show the people the comparisons between what they were doing versus the drops in the first half. The offense wasn't moving in the first half and even in the third, but the fourth, they took off, which is still something else. And remember, that's a backup-ass quarterback that scored 22 points in the fourth quarter to take the lead from the Atlanta Falcons in the Dome. Backup-ass quarterback now. Michael Thomas not there. Jameis Winston not there. Taysom Hill's coming off a concussion. Back there, they underutilized Mark Ingram, and you still blazed them for 22 points in the fourth quarter. I mean, listen, man, I'm just preferencing some things about how the offense finally got going to get the game, and the defense who helped along the way couldn't do it in the points in the time when we need them to do it, to shut the door, to get the help, to get the win. I'm just documenting, just speaking to the nation. So with that being said, man, listen, I'm gonna just get on out of that because listen, we need to, that's something that we got to keep in our collective. Please do. And remember, we talk about the defense. We say, Q, that's the juice boys, the elite level. Yeah, I get you. They are playing really well. But for us to really understand what really elite level defenses are, elite level defenses do not surrender touchdowns and deep passes to help opposing teams set up scores to beat you. Elite level defenses don't do that, family. This is a very good defense. And until they fix that crack in their armor, seal it up with some whatever, go ahead and weld it or whatever they got to do to fix that crack in the armor, they're not going to get to elite level status, bro. They're not. Your elite level defense, you'll get a score on elite level defense during the game, but I'm talking about in the big clock moments of the game, elite level defenses close the door. Sacks, interceptions, whatever. You're not going to get, they close the door on the teams and shoot their hopes down. That's what elite level do. You can count on them in the clutch moments of the game. And twice this season, I've seen the Saints defense just go absolute brain neutral, and the game and the opponent gets the game. I mean, that's the Giants game. I'm still upset about that. And this Atlanta contest is just, I'm not as upset for whatever reason, because it's the offense. The offense on the back end kind of scored quickly, 22 points. And I'm like, I don't know if I ever seen that done before, especially by a backup-ass quarterback. And that goes to show you, man, Trevor Siemian really took command of the Saints offense to be able to do that. And they mixed in Taysom, they caught fire. I mean, not fire. That wasn't just fire. They went nuclear and lit up the fourth quarter, took the lead. And I'm like, damn, do people even recognize that? Do we recognize the fact they went nuclear? Did you ever see the Saints score with a backup quarterback 22 points in a fourth quarter and take the lead? Have you ever seen that? I've never seen a backup-ass quarterback score 22 points for the Saints in the fourth quarter, take the lead, and was, when they were trailing the entire game, went and took the lead from them people. That's why I'm not upset, because the offense showed something very special in that quarter. After bullshitting for 3 quarters, they lit up the Falcons with the help of the defense and the special teams to take the lead, and the defense couldn't hold it for 41 seconds. That's where we were at. That's 100% fact, unbiased. So with that being said, fam, hit the like button if you hadn't already. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the stream if you hadn't already. Subscribe to the stream. Feel free to share the stream's link on your social media feed with other Who Dat Nation family members, as well as we are the Great Saint Think Tank. We are the Who Dat Nation, the Black and Gold Nation. Much love to my brother Big Low, who came in from Big Low Kuntry Sports, talking about representing the Atlanta Falcons. Very humble brother, as you can see. Came in, had very funny. Him and his wife, really awesome people. They're terrific. And we had a bit of a laugh after, a tough loss, but it is what it is. And of course, be looking out coming down the line. The next show on the platform, we'll have the brothers from the Titan Out Upload. They'll pop in with thoughts on the Saints and Titans matchup. This is a very big game coming up soon with the Saints and the Titans on CBS. This will be a big, big, big game. I don't like us playing on CBS. I don't like us when we play on CBS. I don't like those dry ass broadcasters. They some dry turkeys over there. They need plenty of gravy. But anyway, I'll be doing the watch party live. So if you want to listen to them old dry turkeys, you don't have to. Turn off the TV and turn up the sports coma. So big ups. All right, 504 Cole says, just totally unexplainable. Big Q can't just give games away like this. I've been saying this, family members, and listen, I'm not disrespecting our defense. Y'all know that's not what I'm saying. I don't believe in that. I think the Saints defense give a great effort, but it's a part, and there's a such thing as football IQ, like especially in the moments, the clutch moments of the game, the football IQ rises points. It goes up, not down. You got what I'm saying, family? You got what I'm saying about that? The Saints, the IQ, sports IQ, whether it's football, baseball, basketball, IQ, period. Knowing what you do, it doesn't drop in moments like that. It rises. And that's what make defenses elite, because most defense have the talent. They know the schemes, but having the IQ to understand what your opponent is doing and then see it before they see it, have the premonition, the ability, the clairvoyance to be able to see what they do and then react to it and make a play to stop them. That's what elite level defenses have. They're really intelligent. And I speak about guys like, I use some pretty big examples like Ray Lewis's defense with the Ravens and several other defenses. I remember playing against the 49ers when Pat Willis was the linebacker. That was a really intelligent defense. When they had one of my favorite safeties of all time was Deshaun Goldson, who would knock you into next week, because Goldson was a beast, man. But they were very intelligent. They were really intelligent defense, and you had problems playing defenses with that high IQ. They just knew what you was going to do, and they had the athletic ability to get in front of you, to neutralize you and attack you, and then talk shit to you at the same time. So they really defeated a lot of the people. They just beat you down mentally, spiritually, and physically. The Saints defense has an edge to it, and a edge to it as well. But it's very concerning when I'm merely pointing out the fact that at moments in the game, the Saints football IQ drops in certain portions of the game, like in the Giants game and in the Falcons game. In the wrong moments, you can have brain farts throughout the game. You get me? But not in the clutch moments of the game. That don't define you as an elite level defense, not yet anyway. You're very good. You're just not there yet, because we would have closed the door on those people with that high IQ. All right, so big ups to you. Woosie, how do you feel about Aaron Rodgers comparing himself to Martin Luther King? Man, I don't see how, man. He's a football player, bro. What are you doing? Because you're talking out against the stuff that's going on. And listen, it's up to each person, man. Listen, if you got the stuff, if you got the whatever, science say you protected. Don't let people tell you the opposite. Like, okay, if you got that, you straight. That's what the science say. I mean, that's what it's always been the case. If you got it, if you got the stuff, then you protect it from everybody who don't. So, but there's other stuff that's going on too. And I told family members on Q with Big Q why we have to kind of step back from this thing and listen and really analyze and research who are telling us this stuff. It's going to keep it real with you. But Aaron Rodgers to him, I don't see how. I just don't see the comparison, and I just don't see how he can say that. I mean, you're talking about a man that gave his life in his beliefs. What life is Aaron Rodgers giving? I mean, I think that's a bad comparison, bro. Pick somebody else, man. You can't say that about that man. Knew what he was doing and got his throat blown out for what he didn't have no vest on. He knew what he was doing would cost him his life. He knew years after when Malcolm got killed that he was next. He knew it. I remember people close to him was talking about he felt like matter of fact, if you listen to his lectures and his speeches after Malcolm's death, because he was real close to Malcolm X. He was really close to Malcolm X. Him and Malcolm X was supposed to get together with an organization. I don't know if y'all know that or not. Research that. But when Malcolm got killed, Martin Luther King knew that he was next. He had friends that said that. He said that to them. And he wasn't lying. But he knew he had a target on him. The man died for his beliefs and changed the world in a large scope because of that. And I don't know, that's just a bad comparison how that man would say that. I don't understand why. I haven't heard him say that, but that's not a good comparison, bro. Some people just be talking. And I was saying a lot of these professional athletes, please, family, don't let the professional athletes and the entertainers speak for us. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, listen, they got a lot of smart ones out there, but listen, we in bad straits when we allow entertainers and athletes speak for the people. They're not qualified, in the words of the great Dick Gregory, to represent you in that manner. If you want somebody to represent you, get somebody that knows some stuff, that specializes in it. Like get a scientist that you know that did the research, that's trustworthy. Not because they got a lot of them out there scum and trash that get paid off to just do whatever they said they can get granted or whatnot. But they're good and bad and everything. But get one that know what he's talking about that's credible. Get people from certain fields of economics that know about economics that are good and not crooked, that you could put up there to talk about that topics. For far too, I'm seeing too many entertainers, these empty-headed entertainers that step in the front of people telling them what they supposed to be doing. And most of the time, these people are controlled. I mean, you get your money from that man over there. So you tell me that man gonna let you talk about him crazily and then he ain't gonna take your money away? That's why most of them are in the positions that they are, because they controlled. Because if you talk against me, I'm gonna cut your purse strings, and then you'll go out. But a lot of them, that's how it is. So I would caution, we can never let entertainers and athletes speak for us as a society. Get some specialists and people that got some degrees behind to talk for some of these matters. Most of these people don't know what they be talking about, fam. I read a lot of ridiculousness, man. But it is what it is, fam. All right, Kim, what's up, baby? Says, yeah, the IQ is definitely a key issue in moments. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all something, man. It is what it is. All right. 12 noon tomorrow, Odell Fred. No, that'll be 4 p.m. tomorrow, bro, Eastern time, according to the reports that we getting. That if they'll see if he clears waivers, talking about Odell Beckham. All right, Wallace says, let's see, is Odell not coming to the Saints? Watch. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, Live, Laugh, Love said he used the quote not compared to himself to get, but the quote did fit. Okay, yeah, I mean, if he's saying that he used them as an example to do this, or he believed in that, I can get that. That's right, Navarro Bowman too. Yeah, that's right, Navarro Bowman. Yeah, he was. Pat Willis, Navarro Bowman, Deshaun Golson. They had a lot of guys on that 49ers defense that were wildebeests. But if he used MLK in a comparison, like he gave him courage or something like that, I get that, because far too often I see these people out here that's calling themselves leaders that really ain't doing nothing but stealing, that's standing up there trying to compare themselves to people that put their lives on the line for other people that wasn't their own family members, to try to upgrade people as a whole. That's a special type of individual that will do that. That's coming from the ultimate place of unselfishness. And you have to, and there's a lot of people across time that did that are no longer here, that left too soon because of that. And for people, I see far too often nowadays, clowns and buffoons standing up talking about they the next this and that, man. It's a shame. It's insulting, man. T said, TP, what's up, baby? Said OJB wants to get paid. And can we really pay him? We have to move some people around. I just don't see it, man. I just don't see it. Saints 01 says the IQ in big moments shouldn't be happening, but you're right, Q. It's an issue they need to address. And I appreciate y'all honesty, man. The Great Saint Think Tank is really intelligent. And that's why I speak to you guys. We're like, oh, no, Q, you hating on the defense. I can't talk to nobody that thinks like that. No, because you're a fan. That's why I don't I can't talk. Listen, no disrespect, but if you can't have a rational conversation, we having a rational discussion about what we're seeing. You can't discourage that. You can't say, okay, no, the defense is gonna be fine. You just hating on it. No, I'm not hating on the defense. I'm keeping it real, telling you what I'm saying. I'd say the defense is very, very good. But for us to become elite, we can't have low IQ play in key moments of the game. I'm talking about the moments where you're supposed to be right there dialed in to stop that and shut the door on that. That's what I'm talking about. I know y'all ain't saying, I'm just saying for the people that'll think like that. They got a lot of people out there. I'm telling you, they'll never ever get past the drop measurement. Whatever the media people's put in there, that's the reason why the Saints lost the game, was because of the drops. And then, and people will buy it. They'll buy it and say, yeah, it was the drops. Even though those guys started catching the ball in the second half, and they're the reason, in part, that you had 22 points. Who you got? You went and got guys off the practice squad to come in there and catch the passes that the other guys was dropping. No, it was the same wide receivers who was dropping them, started catching them in the second half. That's how you got the 22 points in the fourth quarter to take the lead. Nah, it was the drops. It was drops. Just drop. Okay, whatever, man. Whatever. Hell, whatever. I go through all that and they still say the same thing. I'm not talking to your ass if that's okay. Keep believing it. So, okay, big game. Big game says need to chop it up with Saints versus Bucks again. Yeah, that's coming around, bro. That's coming around. We're going to do that, man. We got to pay some people back. We obviously like the drama, family, to be honest with you. Yeah, Kim says Black Suede will be, he ain't say trust the Peyton, and I don't know if he said it last stream. Y'all tell me. Y'all was in here. Did y'all see Suede saying the thing about trust the Peyton? Did you hear him say trust the Peyton the last stream? On the Monday, the recap stream? Did anybody hear him say trust the Peyton? I don't think he said it. He might have slipped it in there. I don't know. He might have said it. All right. Saints Willow said, bro, how you feel about Steels? I got faith in him. Just needs. Yeah, Kenny Steels had some difficult passes thrown to him. Trevor Siemian was reaching to him. He had a couple of times he was doubled. He had really tough assignment out there. He was double teamed trying to make those catches. And he dropped them just like all of them is. But, like the marker is, if you are a receiver and the ball hits you in your hands, like it hit Traquan Smith in his hands, like it hit Troutman in his hands, Kenny Stills in his hands, Callaway in his hands, you are required to catch the ball. Deontay Harris, when he was sliding and had a chance to catch the ball, sliding and hit him right and bounce right on out of there. So like I was saying, Trevor Siemian wasn't the problem. You're going to have people saying, we need another quarterback. This guy ain't cutting it. I'm like, dude, what you talking about? He had 250 plus yards and 2 touchdowns in the matchup. He took the Saints into the fourth quarter with those same wide receivers that people calling shabby and put up 22 points to take the lead. The defense didn't do what they were supposed to do on the last series to stop the hold and win. That's not hard to see. Well, maybe not for me. All right, Hoodie said, hey, that said yesterday that everyone's hating on Troutman. Yeah, you're right. You're right on that, on the Troutman, Hoodie. You know that. It says it's his second year and they're making him learn Vanette's spot as a blocker. Plus, it took care. This is a great point. You said this yesterday, and I got to give you big comeuppance for that, Hoodie, because you're right. It took Kittle's 4 years to become what he is now. Need time, and people not. And listen, I still say that about the family members. And Hoodie's right. When he said that during the live stream, I said, yeah, you're absolutely right. Troutman is going to be a good tight end for the Black and Gold. Now, will he be a Jimmy Graham or a Josh Hill? I can't say that, fam. But I know the film that I seen on him coming out of college is that he got the propensity to be a really good tight end. Right now, he's having a rough second year. That first year, he was mostly as a backup. This year he's trying to operate as a starter. It's a whole nother ball of wax. He's struggling with the drops. He started to get going catching the ball, but it's been a tough season for Troutman. But Coach Payton is not going to shelve Troutman unless he does something really, really bad. He sees him out there trying to do. He see him out there making the block. Like he had several run plays where you seen the Saints running backs open up and took off for yardage, and Troutman was in there blocking and opening up holes. Well, nobody gives him credit for that. They say, he garbage cube, but he was responsible to keep drives alive when Trevor Siemian was throwing to him in rapid fire mode, going back and forth to him to move things downfield. We don't give him credit for that. So, I mean, like I said, the guy ain't playing perfect right now. He's struggling, but listen, it's a part of the game, fam. Sometimes you got to let these guys kind of work that thing out. If people comparing him to Jared Cook, which is unfair because Jared Cook been in the game for a long time. Jared Cook has a reputation of being a guy that falters in the playoffs. We knew that. They had guys warned the Green Bay guys and Raiders guys when we signed them saying, watch out for that guy in the playoffs. And God damn it, if they weren't right. So I told Chargers guys, I told them, listen, watch out for that guy. Just like I warned Dave and Rashard about Dan Arnold. I think they got rid of Dan Arnold too. A couple of weeks after I said, watch out for him. I think they traded him for real. They traded his ass somewhere. I don't know where they traded him. They got rid of him. Kim said Trautman having confidence issues right now. It's not an ability issue. That is true. That is absolutely the case. And he has to figure it out. You got to figure it out. Hoodie says, but with him learning the blocking and then get back to hit route running and catching again, he will be a Kittle and Kels one day. I believe in him. He needs time and practice reps. Yeah, the Saints see a very high ceiling for Adam Trautman. They gave up a 3rd round pick to get him, and I really do think he is going to be a very good tight end for us. I don't know if I say Jeremy Shockey or Jimmy Graham. That's high order right there, or even as low as like Josh Hill, who had the talent, but not the mentality. He was comfortable as a reserve tight end because the Saints really tried to they gave him the position after what's his name left. Oh, Benjamin Watson. When Ben Watson left, they put Josh Hill in there and he faltered. He felt he wasn't. They figured out real fast that he wasn't the guy. But this is different with Trautman. I think Trautman will be fine, man. All right, Rab says, do you think we'll get another backup QB on the practice squad for emergency? No, I don't think so. I think the Saints are going to be okay with what they got right now. You still got Ian Book. As the Saints have 3 quarterbacks on active roster now. Believe it or not, they got Siemian, Taysom Hill, and Ian Book, the rookie. So I don't think they go after a backup QB, Ramsey. Thank you for the question. 01, this will be the last one, fam. Before we get out, he says, hey, Q, I got a question. Why do a lot of Saints fans criticize on Hill so much? I don't think he should be starting. I just see so much hate towards him. I think Stills will be good this year. Yeah, Stills is fine on Hill. You saying Hill on Taysom Hill? Well, I mean, Taysom Hill, a quarterback, people don't have confidence in Taysom Hill, a quarterback. I mean, that's just what it is, They don't think he's proven himself as a quarterback. So I don't know. I mean, I don't understand that, but Stills is the guy that I do like. I think Stills will be fine. I think he's a talent for us there, and he'll only get better in time. We need veterans like him to step up and help us right now. And he gets lost in the conversation when we talk about wide receivers. We forget when the Saints brought in Kevin White and Chris Hogan, sometimes we forget to mention that they did bring back Kenny Stills too, to kind of steady the wide receiver room. So when we talking wide receivers, we do sometimes forget to talk about Kenny Stills, that he's there to help out. So yeah, I think Stills will get better, and I think Taysom Hill will continue to climb. He looked pretty good in limited action for the Saints this last game. Came in there and threw a couple of passes and did his thing. So yeah, I'm very happy with what I'm seeing from Hill right now. James says, Q, what do you think about cutting Vanette and picking up Darren Fells? He's a free agent. Could be a decent pass catcher. Nick Vanette is never on the field. Odell is too expensive on top waivers. Okay. I don't think Coach Payton get rid of Nick Vanette just yet. I think eventually you'll see Nick Vanette out there and probably real soon, because I don't see Vanette on any injury list, right? I think he's just behind in what they need to learning what to do or whatever. But I think eventually Coach Payton's going to get Nick Vanette in there, and he's mostly a blocking guy and a big red zone target too. He's 6'7". He got soft hands. He can block. He's just not very athletic. And Coach Payton likes this kid a lot. He signed him to a 4-year contract. When Denver released him, Coach Payton picked him up and signed him to a 4-year contract. So he likes whatever Nick Vanette brings, and of course he's Ohio State too. He come from Ohio State, so how about that? All right, so thank you for that as well, James. Appreciate you. And with that being said, we're gonna pounce out on that, fam. I appreciate y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed the stream today. Feel free to hit the like button, join and subscribe to the platform if you hadn't already, as I've been watching, talking to you guys and watching the Pelicans at the same time. We're gonna do a Pelican postgame report later on tonight too against the Mavericks, Pelicans, and the Mavericks. So with that being said, I'm gonna pop out on that, man. And listen, fam, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I thank y'all for showing up here on the Monday stream. And we will return. We be on our Patreon tomorrow, patreon.com/the Pro Media Network for the family members who want to watch the stream. Join on all of the YouTube membership family and the Patreon champions. They get access to Patreon, to our Patreon series that we do every Tuesday. When we're not on YouTube, we bounce on Patreon. You can get the information for that in the description section below. Also, feel free to go to the Pro Shop. Got Pro Shop gear and all that stuff is available in the links in the description section. So with that being said, I appreciate y'all chiming in. And about time I see the rest of the family members that'll be on our Wednesday stream. And we'll bounce back with some more Saints content. We'll see what happens with Odell Beckham coming up, and if anything happens, we'll cover it on Tuesday Patreon show, or eventually we'll look at it Wednesday and be looking ahead for some other stuff that we got coming down the pipe. So with that being said, I'm gonna check out on y'all with that. Who that to y'all, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.
Yeah. Well, all right. Like you always say, welcome, welcome, welcome. Number one sports talking D. We ain't like the Falcons, we won't blow the lead. Look, all we talk is who that, who got cut and who back. Rookies in the vets, players you should look at. It's the sports coma, you don't wanna miss it. Got the pre-game, party, post-game statistics. Get a visit for Sway, maybe DC or 5. It's the hottest thing smoking, Big Q and the guys. Go to YouTube Live, make sure you subscribe. Interviews inside the Saints locker room high. Talk to Drew, Jordan, Zach, Peyton, New Orleans, who that nation. Best believe when I say we bleed gold and black. Ain't a miracle or rivalry could ever hold us back. No, Beastquake, Bounty Gate, let the truth be told. It's the sports coma, all we know is say Super Bowl. Yeah.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys on the PRO Media Network.
Who that say they gonna beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gonna beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gonna beat them Saints? Who that?
Thank you for making Saints Central your black and gold home for the New Orleans Saints.
TheWhoThatDaily.com. That's right, TheWhoThatDaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, even the top flight boxing news. So if you're a Who That and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, TheWhoThatDaily.com is your site. TheWhoThatDaily.com for the sport Who That in all of us.